You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene. Johnson.
The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Being Human After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Being Human After Show.
Yeah. This is a really good song, by the way.
I haven't heard it yet. Well, for this part.
It's really nice. Well, everybody, welcome to another amazing AFTERBUZZ TV after show for your favorite show, Being Human. We're on season 4, episode 12, the penultimate episode, House Hunting.
Second to last one.
Second to last one. No.
I didn't like it that much either.
Well,
Throwing it out in the beginning.
you're throwing it
Didn't
out.
like it.
Throwing it out early, Kelly.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Shano, and I'm joined here by my awesome and lovely co-host.
Kelly, hey.
And we're going to be talking about Ramona is the House, Kenny's Vengeance, It's All Josh's Fault, and lastly, Inner Demons. So let's go ahead and talk about Ramona's the House. So that was kind of a big revelation, I feel.
It's cool, but I don't know.
Could have been
Still don't
better.
like her. I mean, I like that she's not a ghost, because I felt like that would have been, why wouldn't she have come out earlier? So it kind of makes sense now that she doesn't want them to leave, because she wants them to be in. But I don't know why she didn't try killing people off sooner. Like, there's been people in that house.
Yeah.
You know, why didn't she try and kill Nora? You know?
Well, she has killed other people, right? She's been doing tally marks. Like, there were probably, like 3 or 4, 6, something like that, before the whole pack got killed.
Yeah.
So she's been slowly keeping track of people dying, and maybe
Not
in
that
a way,
many.
there haven't been that many over the
40 years.
over the course. Well, yeah, but that's true. Over the course of 40 years, probably not too many people have died.
Mm-hmm.
But she's been keeping track, and maybe she's even just, I don't know. I feel like the whole Ramona is the House thing doesn't quite fit. You know,
Yeah.
like maybe they just threw that in there in order to get more, I don't know, like make it more like overwhelming and more malevolent, and like, oh, it's not just a ghost, you know, it's like evil.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I mean, it's kind of cool that she's they just needed a bad thing, like a villain, to end it with a big bang. You know,
Yeah.
that's what I feel like. But I
Well,
don't like it.
yeah, it kind of, I don't know, it just, the more I think about it, I can kind of see like more holes in it, you know? Like, so what if she's the House's evil, you know? Like, she's like too personal. Like, the way it's personified her, the way the show has personified her, it's too, like, we can see her, and the whole time I'm, like, writing stuff down about her, like, Ramona. And even the thing with her, her sister coming, Beatrice, right?
Yeah.
Beatrice coming to visit, and then she sees Ramona, and we hear the whole backstory. And let's just take that backstory and kind of throw it out the window, like
It's not true, yeah.
halfway, you know? Yeah, because it doesn't fit for her, because so where was she killed then? Was she killed in the house?
I think Ramona's just dead. I don't think it's her anymore. I think it's just, like, that's what it just took shape of.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Ramona. I think it knows a lot about everything. So that's why I think she says she's Ramona, because she could play off. But I don't think it's her. I think it's just, like, all the evil, like, I thought it was the demon guy at first.
Paimon.
Yeah. That would kind of make sense, because they summoned him, so he stuck around. I know it's a sci-fi show about vampires and ghosts and stuff, but, like, a house coming to life is still even far-fetched for that, you know?
Yeah. And it's just so, it's really nebulous. It's
Yeah.
like this cloud of like uncertainty that we really can't put our finger on.
Yeah.
So therefore, we're here scratching our heads about it, thinking, huh, what's going on?
And it got so like Inception-y.
Yeah.
And just the whole thing, like with Nora, how is she gonna try and make Nora kill herself? You know, it was weird. Like, a lot of loose ends. I feel like a lot of this season is just like, we're gonna throw whatever you learned out the window and give you something new. Learn about it. You know, just like the whole back in time thing.
Yeah.
All 3 years thrown out the window. Here, oh yeah, now Sally and Aiden like each other.
See, I liked the Inception idea from last episode, the way that Sally went in through like the different levels of consciousness within Josh. That was neat. That was
Yeah.
cool. And not too hard to like wrap my brain around.
It kind of worked too.
It worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fine. But Ramona being the house thing and she wanting to, and okay, let's just say the house now. So
Yeah.
the house wants to kill them and she wants to make them stick around so that they can be ghosts in the house too and like keep her company. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, like she likes them, but she wants to kill. I think it's just because they could see her, so she wants them around. It's either you either stay and help me, watch me kill people, or you die too and on to the next one to kill. But it doesn't make sense. Like, how has she not been doing this? How did like Danny not? All these. Why is she just so into it now? All of a sudden.
Unless we go back and we take everything that's been happening bad in the house and we see it as the house's influence which made all these bad things happen. But it's just that's
Too
yeah.
big. I don't know.
That's kind of a stretch too.
Yeah.
To be, and we could see that the Being Human crew has gone through a lot of rough patches. They've had a lot of misfortune going on. They've had quite a few people die in the house. What, like 6 before this season? Now we had the whole pack die. And it's just, it kind of fits in that way, I want to say.
But it's loosely, like, fits loose.
It does. It's really flojo, as you would say in Spanish. It's like just flowing right through. It's like we're putting a circular peg in a square hole. There's like too much space around there. It just doesn't quite fit.
It annoys me too about the whole, like, we like spent how many minutes learning about Ramona just to be like, who cares? It's
Yeah.
not even true.
Yeah.
Oh, there was like a cult with the family and Beatrice. Like, what was the whole point? It just kind of frustrates me. Why tell me that and then be like, not even true.
I want to hear more about Paimon, this demon henchman of the devil, and see how that really fits in there more. I want to see a personification of that guy, unless they're using Ramona as a personification of him.
She said she's the house. Is she gonna change? Maybe, who knows? We don't know because they keep throwing new stuff at us.
What if she's lying? What if the house is really the demon, and he is manipulating everything and everybody, and he's just messing with people. He's just saying, oh yeah, I'm this, oh I'm that, and he just keeps changing his mind every minute.
What if, like, the house and everything's fake and it's just, like, Josh sitting at a kitchen table, like, zoning out, like,
That's
in a
big,
mental institution?
yeah, a big middle finger to the Being Human audience. That would be. Oh man, there's just so many things we could throw out there, and the teaser for the finale coming up next week,
Nothing.
they didn't give us anything, which is good.
I like that, yeah.
I'm glad that they did that, but at the same time, it's just like, because we weren't too excited about this episode, right, Kelly? I don't feel like the ending's gonna be that great.
I know, and they wanted it to end like this. Like, they wrote it specifically. It's just, maybe we'll be surprised.
Yeah, which
Hopefully we will be. You know, we're putting it like on a low pedestal, like low hopes for it. So we're gonna be super excited for when it happens.
yes,
know?
I agree with you there.
Yeah.
And
Pleasantly surprised.
I hope to be pleasantly surprised. And I'm a big time Dexter fan, and I didn't enjoy the last season of Dexter. So I think I'm enjoying this one for Being Human a little bit more
Yeah.
than the Dexter final season, because I know they're not really dragging things out. You know, it's not like it went through like 3 seasons of crap before they terminated the show.
Yeah.
They decided to, really, really end it And I know you talked about the news and gossip with me earlier off air, so we'll talk about that later on when we get to the news and gossip section. But I hope they wrap it up well. Let's just say that.
Still have hope for it though. At least it's one of those shows that got to do it, end it. Because a lot of my old shows that I watched, they would give them one more season, then it'd be like crap, because they thought they were gonna get canceled, so they made a great ending. Then all of a sudden, hey, one more season, and it's like Scrubs. I think it ended super well, and then it just like the intern season, that 70s show. I could go on and on.
Yikes.
But
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Let's discuss Kenny's vengeance. So the episode actually opened up with Kenny sitting in his garage over at Sapp and Sons, the famous hangout for the vampires, the funeral home.
Yeah.
And he's the whole time he's really calm with Aiden, and Aiden's saying, "Okay, you ready to do this? You ready to go tonight? We're gonna get you out of Boston." And Kenny, it's
not all there, kind of.
He's really thoughtful about what he knows regarding Astrid being killed by Josh. And he knows that something's amiss and that Aiden's lied to him. So the whole time he's just sitting there, and he kind of throws a few things out there, almost like giving Aiden clues that he knows, right?
Yeah.
And I just
say, what is he saying? Like, lying or something? What did he say? I forgot what he said, but...
He said something to the effect of, all I want to do is kill the guy who the guy who ended Astrid. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of like, that should have been a big clue to Aiden, like, oh shoot, he knows something, because how could he want to end the guy when we already know that the whole pack is dead?
And didn't he say, like, you always protect the people that you love the most, something like that, love the most?
Yes.
Basically, Aiden was assuming that he was saying it about himself, Kenny, but Kenny was really saying it about Josh, because he could tell that Aiden loves Josh, I guess, more or something. That's what he thinks, at least, because he was trying to protect Josh. That's how Kenny felt.
Now let's fast forward. Kenny dies.
Sad.
Sad. And what is? They always do this with the vampires that really matter. They give them a stake to the heart, and instead of collapsing into ash right away, they actually end up talking and do a monologue for quite a bit, or even a dialogue with him and Aiden.
Yeah.
And they end up dying like 2 minutes later with the stake still in them.
I guess because it doesn't move.
It could be.
That's why he's like, don't move, don't move.
Yeah, because how close is it to your heart? Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking too, a little bit. But of course, they're doing it to get their final words out, like their dying breath, so they can give us some last thoughts and give Aiden something to think about, And in this case, it really tore him up.
Well, it's sad. Like I mean, I feel like Kenny meant well, when it came down to it, that you thought he was going to be a bad guy, but honestly, he was just keeping everybody in check and everything. And love kind of was his main thing, and once his love died, like Astrid died, he got a little bit upset about it. But, it's just a bummer.
All he wanted to do was be a normal teenager. 18-year-old kid.
17, I think he was. Yeah.
He was 17, and I think he turned 18
Yeah.
when Aiden turned him. So he wanted just to have like a normal teenage life and run around and make out with girls and have a love and go out in the world. And he got to do a lot of that. And he expressed that he got to live a lot longer.
That's what he said. And he's like, I even was with a pretty girl for a blink of an eye and everything. And it's also very Star Warsy, which I'm sure Sam Witwer probably loved, because it was like father and son duking it out.
Father and son, master and apprentice, the whole thing. The apprentice is supposed to kill the master.
Yeah, supposed to.
And in the Being Human world, the father is supposed to be surpassed by the son. The son is always supposed to kill the father. In this case, it didn't happen.
No.
So Aiden's messing with his own destiny here.
Yeah, I don't think he meant. Well, obviously he didn't mean for it to happen. It's just like a gut to protect yourself. I think, because you could see that Aiden did it to him because his hand was there. But I don't think I think it was just a jerk reaction.
And Kenny is really a lot stronger than
That was
his
pretty
small
awesome.
size.
Like seeing him push him across the room into those
the bookshelf.
shelves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He shattered the bookshelves.
That was awesome.
They were like messing up the whole living room.
Yeah.
But it just.
Compared to like little Kenny versus like muscular
But we've seen.
Aiden.
Yeah, but we have seen better fights on the show.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this episode.
Yeah, this episode was
Eh.
kind of like with the fights.
I did actually. I did like about it's not really a topic, but I just want to say about the roommate possession argument. I really liked that one because I liked that it seemed like such a real fight. You know how they're like, no, that the Catman or whatever is mine.
Catman dude.
Yeah, Catman dude's
Yes.
mine. I thought that I love that even though they're struggling with all these like crazy stuff, they still argue about real things like silly materialistic
Yeah.
items.
Like, oh, hey, we're moving out. And,
Yeah.
dude, you're taking everything. You're taking the microwave, the toaster, the
Yeah.
this and that, whatever, pots and pans. And yeah, that was a really good little lighthearted thing that they did this episode.
Yeah, that was my favorite thing in this episode, I think.
Yeah, and even with one of the lines I remember the best from that scene was, well, I found were you there? Did you see my excitement when I discovered the popcorn button for nuking blood?
Yeah.
That's perfect, the perfect temperature.
Because he's wanted the microwave. It's so good.
That's good.
Good stuff.
That's probably the only thing that that Aiden really wanted, other than Catman dude.
And Sally.
And of course he wanted Sally.
That was cute that how they're gonna move in together and he's like, I'm asking you to haunt me.
Yeah, that was nice.
Romantic.
I like how he can get like right up to her, you know, and it's almost in a way it's almost like sexier than being able to kiss her because he can get like right in her face and it's like so close but then so far at the same time.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
They're growing on me, the couple. They're growing on me, but I still like the brothers and sister thing.
Yeah.
What can you do?
I also liked how the whole moving out thing, it's a metaphor for how the show is ending.
Yeah, yeah.
That was
It's
really
true.
really well done. And that little touch, that was one of the few things I liked about this episode. And also seeing Henry too.
Yeah.
I like seeing Henry come back, even if he's a ghost that's really just a illusion.
I always forget how blue his eyes are until I see him.
Are they blue or are they like blue green kind of?
They're kind of bluish to me. I think so.
They're pretty light.
Yeah, yeah. It was really cool.
And he has really cool like long curly hair, right? It's like really wavy, really thick looking.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Kenny's vengeance. I wanted to say something about him. I can't remember what it was. Was there anything that we were leaving off about him? Him beating up Aiden.
I liked how
perhaps?
he was like, "Oh, both of us like dead girls."
Okay, we did not really know. Okay, yeah, we heard that part. That was cool. But there was something that he said towards the end that we didn't get.
Oh, Sally.
Yeah.
Sally's gone, and it's all Josh's fault. So we're like, wait a second, is the house possessing him to say that?
That's it.
Because
yes.
Sally's not gone, and it kind of looked that way because when he yells at Josh, he can't see Sally, I guess. 'Cause
Yeah.
she's like, no, don't, and he can't see her.
He's like blind with rage from killing his son and the whole situation and yeah, that's what I thought too. Like, why would Ramona or the house let Kenny in to mix things up with
Oh, why
Aiden,
wouldn't she?
You know?
I mean,
right, she wants more people to die in the house.
Yeah.
But does it even count on her body count because they're vampires? They don't have souls. They don't really count anymore. And also, it's just. I kind of felt like, is this an illusion? Like when it got towards that end part while they were fighting, but then he turned to ash. So I'm like, is it real? Is it not? Can the other being human crew members see the ash that's on the ground? Are we gonna see that next time? Is it just all an illusion that the house created?
I don't know, because I don't think it was because she's like, oh, I have help now, because she would have just did it herself. But
Now let me
maybe the end, like maybe I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah.
It's just so weird.
They're so on the edge, like of what we got to see, that vision we got to see of Aiden snapping Josh's neck.
Yeah.
They're really close. What?
Right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, they're like right there. What if, let me propose this to you, Kelly. What if Astrid was not really Astrid? Perhaps she was the house posing as Astrid and going to Kenny with that much foresight and manipulating him.
Oh, yeah,
To
you mean
come
the
back to the
ghost
house.
Astrid?
The ghost of Astrid. What if it was not really
Oh,
Astrid?
maybe, yeah.
Because how many times have we seen a werewolf ghost other than Sally? Right?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. So,
Well, I mean, it makes
It
sense
could
because they're
be.
humans, kinda.
Yeah.
They have souls. But I think I think you're probably right because it was weird how that was too. Just that last episode was weird like that too because I don't know. I feel like she wasn't that big of a character to be like, oh, she's a ghost now. And then where is she now? You know, if she was still a ghost, wouldn't she still be hanging around Kenny more? I think that's a good
yeah,
prediction or
supposition.
yeah fact.
I like the whole, if it's a fact, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I did like the whole, damn, what was it? I had it, but I just lost it. Anyway, let's move on. So it's all Josh's fault.
That's what they kept saying. It's all Josh. All the like the inner demons and everybody, like the past guys. It's all like they're blaming Josh for everything, and even Kenny because
Because of Astrid's death.
and then he kind of poisons Aiden's mind. Be like, it's Josh's fault. Which I don't. How is it Josh's fault that Sally's gone?
It doesn't make sense to
Doesn't
me.
make sense.
Yeah.
What did he do?
So even if she was gone, how would Sally have just disappeared?
Yeah.
It really doesn't make sense to me.
He was. I understand he was mad at Josh because he had to lie for Josh to protect him from Kenny. But that's your own fault. Like Josh didn't say, "Lie for me, bro."
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, they kept trying to like the Nora storyline was weird, saying like, "Oh, he's a murderer," which I like how she wants to kill them, but like she wasn't trying to make Nora kill herself. It was very weird.
Yeah, well, yeah, she didn't get that far because I guess Sally was the first one to well, or rather Nora was the first one to have Sally intervene. Let's just go into our inner demons now,
Yeah.
which is a lot more juicier than Josh's fault.
Yeah.
But okay, so with the whole thing they got going on, everybody gets separated by the house, and I didn't even see how they went into different rooms, but I guess the cuts were just so fast, and that's
Yeah, I think that she could just move them into different rooms.
That's right.
It's a house.
And we didn't get that until later on, beyond that segment in the episode. So as soon as they stepped out, like let's just say the front door, or they went into one room together, they actually got split into different rooms.
Yeah.
So they could be isolated, and they could have the house make these
Manipulate
illusions.
them, yeah.
Yeah, and manipulate them
Mess with their heads.
into pretty much trying to make most of them kill each other, right? So we had Josh in the kitchen
with Jules.
And he was trying to convince him to stab himself in the heart, right?
Because he's a murderer.
Because he's a murderer. Because he killed her, and he loved her. He loved Jules before, and now he's already ruined Nora's life, and all that stuff. And then we got Nora upstairs.
Same kind of storyline about Josh.
Yeah, he ruined her life.
And the book.
Lost one baby.
Yeah.
Right. The book.
By the way.
Yeah.
Nora's pregnant.
That's
big bombshell to just be like,
huge.
What are you gonna think of the baby? Like,
Yeah.
the way they said it was weird.
Yeah.
Like, not that big of a deal.
Getting 2 pregnancies in a whole show, you really jumped the shark twice.
Well, we talked about this earlier in the season.
Yeah.
It's like, watch them. If they get pregnant, they're going to totally jump the shark. But this was before we knew it was canceled.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's fine now.
Yeah, that's okay now.
Nice, like, button, I guess, on, they're going to have a happy wolf family.
Yes. If he lives through Aiden snapping his neck, that is.
Yeah. And then Kat taking a shower, messing with Sally. That was weird.
That was weird, but very sexy.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
But, like, I don't know why, like, what was the house's point there? Just to
Yeah.
get Sally angry?
It was trying to manipulate Sally, too. And what would it do to her, even? Because
Yeah.
she's a ghost. You can't kill
her.
a ghost again, even if it's a ghost on ghost or a house-possessed demon thing on her. You can't do anything to her. Was she going to
Yeah.
banish her?
Oh, it's weird.
She would just go back to her death spot, wherever she died.
Yeah, so then, like, Sally was like, no, this is not. I know what you're doing. And she saves saves Nora. Like, she saves them all, but then What happened?
But Josh's, Aiden scene was a really powerful one too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about it. Yeah, that was a good one because how he was like, "Oh, do it for Sally. You could be like Sally."
And he actually seemed like the weakest link, which was so crazy because Aiden, we always view Aiden as being, even though he's like a recovering alcoholic in a way, right, with his bloodthirst, he is. I thought he was the strongest at first. I was like, oh man, Josh is really like. But then Josh was like, no, this is not me when he's holding the knife. And then it goes to Aiden and he's the last one. He's like holding the stake about to do it because he's got all this guilt on himself from killing thousands of people over the course of his life to survive.
I think also it was the Sally, mentioning Sally, you could be like with her, that changed it. Because at first he was like, no, you know? And then he's like, you could live with Sally.
Yeah, Henry or the house almost had him convinced.
And it was, I don't know. I feel like he was the weakest link, but it's because of love.
Yeah.
That's why love. He's a lover.
Love combined with guilt. Oh, Henry had a really good line. He said, "Enough of this vampire with the heart of gold act."
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
It's just like that's going to be etched in my mind for quite a while now, I feel.
Yeah. It was a good reason to bring back more old people again.
Yes.
Just like how the last like back to the future, back in time ones.
Yeah.
Were brought back old people. They're just bringing people back just because, like, oh, I like Henry. It's nice to see him again.
Good cameos.
Yeah. Was it a good episode? No, it's good to see him though.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Just as the stake rolled into the scene, it rolled right out of the scene when Sally interrupted.
Yeah.
And she ended up saving them, which is great. Yeah, good.
She's doing good these last few episodes, saving stuff, not sallying it up.
Not sallying it up. Not using blood magic, but using intuition and hard work.
Yep.
Using only her ghost powers that she has.
Yeah.
No witch powers.
Yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, I think that about does it on our topics.
Right.
Was there anything else we wanted to add? Any last thoughts before we go to our news and gossip?
Just that, yeah. No, like just Josh might be dead. Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
That's what it ends in.
Yeah. That.
It wasn't that good of an episode, but it ended on a great cliffhanger, I feel like.
Yes, the cliffhanger was absolutely. He was like grabbing Josh's neck, right?
Yeah.
Like about to do it. So I can't wait until I can reveal my predictions when we get to our prediction section. But that was good. That was one of the few things, probably like the fourth good thing I liked about this episode.
It's like the second.
For you it's the second. Yeah, but wow. Let's go into our news and gossip now.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Well, I'll tell you what I got. Lots of tweets from Sam Witwer, at Sam Witwer on his account. He was live tweeting tonight, as he usually does, regarding being human. And here's I actually picked out a lot of things that I really liked from the last couple of days from Sam's account. Playing at Titanfall game, getting owned. Except when I play Last Man Standing, I'm unbeatable. Why? Hashtag MechWarrior Training, my friends. And I love that Sam Witwer is a gamer.
Such a gamer, yeah.
He's not only a gamer, but he loves something that I don't really like so much, but Dungeons and Dragons type game playing stuff, like board role playing games.
Hardcore games.
That's hardcore.
Like LARPs, right?
LARPs.
I don't know LARP. Live action role-playing
games.
Doesn't he like that?
Playing?
Maybe?
Yeah, perhaps.
I feel like he uses that word at least.
He probably does.
Yeah.
You're probably right. You're probably more into it than me if you're using LARP. I've never used that term.
Somebody said that the other day. That's why I know. Yeah.
Well, also, at Sam Witwer tweeted, gamers, one of the greats has passed away. Artist David Trumpier. And he puts up a twit link to that story. What an influence this guy was. And I clicked on the link. By the way, all these links and tweets that I retweeted from Sam Witwer's account are available on my account at Sean Austin O. If you guys want to check that out. So I clicked on the link for Sam Witwer's story that he posted, and it goes to the story about that guy, David Trumpier, and apparently he was an artist for Advanced Dungeons and Dragons game.
Oh wow!
And he was a big inspiration for the gaming industry in that sense. So it was pretty cool. It's a pretty interesting story. I perused it a little bit. You guys should check it out too. And lastly, Sam Witwer also tweeted this. He retweeted this actually, and it's an interesting twit pic. from Mackenzie Westmore, at Mackenzie Westmore. She is actually the host of the Face Off show on SyFy.
Yeah.
Their original series, I guess, also. And it's so funny. It's a twit pic. You guys have to check it out on my account, at Sean Austino. It's a twit pic of it's the It movie, if you've ever seen that.
Oh, no.
And it's Ronald McDonald in the place of It, in the sewer, taunting the kid, and he's got a burger in his hand. It's just priceless. And Kelly,
Terrifying.
You were terrified when you saw it.
I don't like clowns.
Great. Did you have any news and gossip?
Yeah, tomorrow is actually Sam Huntington's birthday.
Woo!
He's gonna be 32. So I guess you guys can tweet him, be like, happy birthday. Funny. I wonder if he was April Fool's joke, just gone.
Just gone awry?
Just
gone.
Became a baby. No, I don't know. I couldn't think of a good April Fool's joke. But yeah, so that's cool. And they're also going to be at the Calgary, I think, like Comic-Con Festival, Comic Fest. Actually, it's like a pretty big one. The cast of Aliens are going to be there too, with like Sigourney Weaver. It's at the end of April. And I actually found this thing, it's kind of old. Sam Witwer posted it on his Facebook like March 12th, but it's this really long letter that he wrote to all of us about the end of being human. And he said, like, he's talked about it in interviews, but it's taken me so long to address it. Here's the end of being human, like the backstory. And it's something, he says, this is something we've all been aware about since the inception of the season. The long/short story of it is some very unusual things happen behind the scenes on the financial side. Acting on behalf of the show, SyFy solved these problems, but a side effect was that our budget was cut, and being human is a very modestly budgeted show, so all of us looked at the reality of what might happen to continue on, and we came to the same conclusion. Basically, they before they were out of steam, they wanted to have one more season, and they went to SyFy just to be like, can we have one more season? And the result was what most shows never get, an entire season to write a satisfying end. And they're all happy with it. They actually knew for like a while now, and he said, I only wish you all had more time to prepare, as we've known for about a year, and it might have been a celebratory mood instead of like a sad mood. So he's happy with it. I think they didn't want a pay cut, the cast, right? Because they said budget things, they were cutting the budget, so they didn't want to get paid less. I love them, don't get me wrong, but money's money. That's what a lot of this business is about, and I think they didn't want to be gypped.
It is called show business for a reason.
Yeah.
It is a business first.
But at least they did end it on at least they got to do what they wanted to do, essentially. And it seems like they're all doing things. I don't know if Sam Witwer's going to be doing his band.
That's right.
And then the other two are in that one movie, so
yeah,
it should all work out.
And Kristen Hager, who plays Nora, she's already been doing movies before she hit Being Human and made it big on there. But she was in AVP 2 back
really?
Yeah, she was one of the main characters. She was like, I don't know if you remember her, but she was like one of the girls like in the cabin when they're all going to the cabin or wherever.
Really?
Yeah.
I have to see it again.
Yeah, she's blonde there too, I'm pretty sure. And she ends up doing one of those midnight swims in the pool. Do you remember that when the aliens get into the pool in like the high school or the public pool and stuff?
No, I don't remember.
She's one of the girls swimming in the pool in the town.
Okay. I gotta see it. I don't know if I want it because it's not. Is that good of a movie?
It's okay.
All right.
Yeah, watch it again. Just to at least spot her out and see her in underwear swimming in a pool.
Hi.
Yeah. All right, let's go move into our predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Well, I think Sally is going to possess somebody right when we come in to the next episode, the finale.
Ooh, that's good.
So
like
she can,
right in the nick of time.
Right in the nick of time, so she can get out of that sticky situation that they're all in.
It has to be Aiden, I feel like.
It could be Aiden. I don't know if she can possess vampires, though. Have we ever seen a ghost possess a vampire? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Because they don't have souls, so how can you control them?
Yeah.
You know, like it just
That's true.
That kind of, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe she'll do it, or maybe she'll possess Josh and have Josh fight back. Maybe he'll kill Aiden.
Yeah.
But that would be terrible. We can't have Sally. Well, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it'll happen like that. Okay, but this is what I wrote down. Let me just stick to what I wrote.
Yeah.
So Sally's gonna possess someone. She'll stop that whole mess, but Josh will die anyway because you can't mess with time. You can't affect time that way, right? If you try to prevent something from happening, there's going to be another way where it's going to happen anyway, right? So maybe the house is going to end up killing.
It's like Final
Josh.
Destination.
Yeah, like Final Destination, exactly. Aiden will live as a hermit in Pete's trailer. He's going to isolate.
Switching it up.
He's going to isolate himself. Yeah, it's going to be the opposite. And then I feel like Sally will finally, I think we saw a flash of it in the very little they showed in the teaser. Sally is somehow going to be able to, in a way, get her door. She's going to ascend. She's going to get out of this ghost non-corporeal body she's been on the planet in, and she's going to be able to somehow go into the afterlife.
I think that Aiden's going to die because there's this one scene that we saw for a split second of him. Josh was standing there with Sally too, so I don't think Josh is gonna die. But he was lying there, and then like there's this like light floating above him. Did you see that like smoky light thing?
See, I thought that was coming out of Sally.
No, I thought it was coming out of him. So it might be maybe like
his golden vampire heart.
Yeah, like how maybe he does have a soul, you know, like Angel and stuff, you know, maybe because he's a nice guy. I don't know if he does, but and maybe he's going to. And if he does die, he's going to become a ghost. Either he's not going to die and he's going to be a hermit, or he's going to die and become a ghost. Because I don't think they're going to kill him. That'd be really cool. I mean, I wouldn't mind that either, just to go end on a, like, end. Like,
he's going to get some kind of punishment, some kind of finality.
Yeah. And I don't think Josh is going to die. I don't know what happens, but I like how your theory on it. If she's going to hop in there. Or I think maybe she's going to yell so loud that it kind of wakes Aiden up out of his like blinded by anger thing. Right. He's going to hear her and be like, "Oh, you're not gone." And I think they're going to destroy the house because I think that's the only way to. If it's a house, they gotta. And I saw some fire. I think that was by Pete's thing, but I think they're going to destroy the house, burning down the house.
Burn the house down, laddie.
Yeah.
Burn them all. All right. Well, that does it for us here at AfterBuzz TV's Being Human podcast.
Yep. Second to last one.
We're at the, man, this was the penultimate episode. We got episode 13. I like how they have 13 episodes, you know, instead of 12.
Yeah.
And it's just so it's kind of cooler to have 13 episodes, especially for Being Human, because it's like this. It's like ghosts and vampires and stuff. Like unlucky 13. I like that too. But yeah, so that about does it for us. Go ahead and give us some follows, guys. You know, tweet predictions at us. Like we'll
answer you.
Yeah, we'll answer you. Tweet, the easiest way to get in touch with us is at our Twitter accounts. That's your lifeline to us, okay? I'm at Sean Austin O. Give me a follow. Tweet at me with your predictions. You can also follow me on Instagram as well and see some cool pictures that I post up.
Yeah, and I'm at Holly Weirdo, and I'll and same thing on Instagram too. Same Holly Weirdo on Instagram too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very well, guys. We'll see you back here next week for the finale of Being Human.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.